with Mo Cheeks and Andrew Toney in the backcourt. It's a lineup that worked for Philadelphia in games 2 and 3. So we're going to watch Gerald Henderson and the difference in style between Henderson and Nate Archibald, Russ.
And this is almost the lineup that Boston used when they won the 18 straight. So it's not a totally unfamiliar lineup.
And we have a foul off the top and a loose ball foul against the Boston Celtics as Bobby Jones blocked the shot and ML Carr commits the personal foul.
You know what's exciting about these games? That there's no way of anticipating what's going to happen.
Every game is different.
The coaches prepare their players. They give them all the information necessary to play. But then the players, you can't tell how they're going to play.
Julius going to the hoop over Bird. Tipped in by Caldwell Jones. No basket. No basket. Interference on the offensive cylinder by Caldwell Jones. There's Billy Cunningham, and you're going to be seeing a lot of the coaches and their emotions throughout the afternoon. Jake O'Donnell and Paul Mahalik are the officials with Jess Kersey, the alternate today. Henderson is not a penetrating guard as much as Nate Tiny.
Now that's one of the major differences. Although Tiny's a great outside shooter, he's a great penetrator also. Now, Gerald Henderson normally takes a jump shot, but maybe he's going to penetrate a little more. But what he does, it gives a different look to the team.
ML Carr has had rough shooting so far in the playoffs. There you see Andrew Toney doubling up on Maxwell and ML Carr. This is the shot. Bobby Jones the rebound. And here comes Philadelphia with Cheeks, who has been nothing short of sensational. Caldwell Jones with an easy tipping.
I'll make sure this was out of the cylinder.
You remember last year, Philadelphia moved out to a 3-1 lead and lost the series. They lead 2-1 here, and you look at the Celtics with an excellent road record. Home court advantage may not be key in this series. Harris double teamed, in trouble. Henderson inside, blocked by Julius Erving. Toney with an easy bucket, and it's the defense that got it started.
Both these teams are great shot blocking teams.
What is Fitch saying? Is it the officials or his own club that he's talking to?
Only his own club. It's too early to worry about the officials.
All right. Philadelphia, fine switching team, trapping ball club. Boston has the edge in block shots. Harris misses, and here's Cheeks on the break. Philadelphia off to a hot start. Cheeks blocked by Harris at a 3-on-1 Boston break. And Carr loses it out of bounds. Off his foot. Cheeks, who scored 18 points and had 10 assists yesterday afternoon, has averaged 5 more points in this series than he did in the regular year.
Now this is what Billy Cunningham does not like. He likes that part, but he doesn't like for Andrew Toney to hold the ball before he makes his move. He says either make your move or pass the ball. But don't hold it because the other guy's standing around.
And that's one of the things that probably short-circuited Philadelphia when they blew the 14-point lead yesterday. Toney was holding the ball. The others stood around, and it gave Boston a chance to come back. But right now, the Celtics have been scored with 9:18 to go in the first. The major difference in the series statistics has been in rebounding so far. Boston with a big edge.
Well, first of all, you have a distortion in that because of that first game, that 40-game difference. But normally, Boston would out. You got Boston, one of the best rebounding teams in the league, and you got Philadelphia. They're down at the bottom. I mean, not all the way to the bottom, but they're down low in terms of team rebounding. So that there should be a difference, even when the games are close. There should be a difference in Boston having the edge. It depends on how big the edge is.
2 minutes, 42 seconds gone by, and the Celtics have not yet scored. As ML Carr to Henderson. Cheeks will guard Henderson. Toney is on Carr. Caldwell Jones, and you see Bobby Jones on Larry Bird. Erving on Maxwell. Toney doubles him, leaving Carr all alone. Maxwell the offensive rebound. And Henderson comes in and hits the shot. The basket counts in a foul. So Boston gets on the board and has a chance to narrow the margin to 3. Personal foul is on Maurice Cheeks.
Now, one of the major differences between Gerald Henderson and Tiny Archibald is that they have to help set Gerald Henderson up, whereas Tiny Archibald is setting the other guys up. That's why the look is different. That's one of the major differences in the look of the team with Gerald Henderson out there.
Tiny on the sideline, still has a dream that he might get back in the series, and who knows. Maxwell is on Julius Erving. Erving and Bird played tremendously yesterday, not necessarily scoring-wise, as Bird, who's the leading rebounder in the series, had 13 yesterday, 12 off the defensive board, and he starts off the same way today. Carr guarded by Toney. They'll give Carr that outside shot. He hasn't been effective. Bird, fall away baseline, and a 6-5. 8.5 minutes remaining. Larry Bird, 18 points, or 15 points on 6 for 16 shooting yesterday afternoon. Bird trying to deny the pass to Jones. Caldwell Jones sets the screen, fighting through as Parrish gets the return on the pick and roll, and a basket counts and a foul, and they have Parrish outside.
They didn't talk defensively then, and both guys were the same guy, and they left Caldwell Jones free. Now here's the play here to Julius. When they double team, he looks, now there's a switch. The Caldwell sets the pick here. Now, there, he's free. See, both guys stayed with him, so there he is right in there, and three-point play. Because he's a good free throw shooter.
They came in a little too late. Yeah, he is. He's the best free throw shooter on the team this year. This is that one, yeah.
I got him this time, Dick. I won't blame you for that one. Just the time you see a guy's a great free throw shooter.
Bird missing outside. And the rebound by Caldwell Jones. The Celtics, as Bill mentioned, won 18 in a row with Gerald Henderson starting at guard. They were 25-3 with Henderson, starting when Tiny went out with a wrist injury. Toney in a crowd recovers nicely and gets the bucket. So Toney now has 6 of the Philadelphia 10 points and 3 for 3 shooting.
Not only is he a good shooter, but he has great court awareness. He knows where he is and when he can get a shot off. Better than most guys on the inside, especially.
Philadelphia running. Caldwell Jones. No basket. Offensive foul. Caldwell Jones. Parrish picked up a foul previously, and now the other center, Caldwell Jones, picks up his first.
And Billy Cunningham could have got that rebound from the sideline. He jumped so high. Now here's Bird and Bobby Jones inside. See how Bobby Jones is open? Wow. They get to know each other, I can tell you that.
Bird puts a fake on Bobby Jones. Good pass inside of Maxwell. Basket counts and a foul. And Larry Bird determined going baseline on a good fake on Bobby Jones and a good pass to Maxwell.
Now here goes the nice pass. Excellent pass. And there's the foul. Maxwell would trade 5 of those for one yesterday.
Yes, you would. Bobby Jones, personal foul. Each team with 2 team fouls, and we have more than half of the first period remaining, and Parrish and Caldwell Jones will jump it up. As you look at Danny Ainge, yesterday, Bill Fitch said, guess what? Today's your lucky day. You're going to get a chance to play a lot. And, of course, we focused on Ainge in the pregame tease, previewing the ball game, because Henderson has started at guard. They're used to that. But Danny Ainge now becomes the first point guard off the bench for the Celtics.
And I want to tell you something.
Parrish committed. He went up too soon on the jump, so it's a violation.
What's tough for Danny Ainge is to sit there all this time anticipating.
And ML Carr just dove into our table, and he's going to have to dry off a little bit, not to mention us.
All right, let's not get carried away, Carr.
I'll tell you what. We have a timeout. I'll tell you. Yeah, there it is, folks. Now, this isn't a commercial, but I'll tell you what, you need some liquid refreshment when you're working like this. Marty Aronoff is the only one that remained unscathed here. Thanks for the towel, guys. And I'll tell you what. Well,
this is the first time a broadcaster got injured.
Russ, was it your idea to get close to the action like this? Whose idea was this? Caldwell Jones now. All we have to do is wipe the monitors up because they're drenched.
I'm glad that was ML Carr, not Dale Dawkins.
This is like a rain delay in baseball. Bobby Jones, offensive foul in the lane. Bird had position, and Bobby Jones already has 2 personal fouls. Philadelphia leading with 6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Parrish inside, scored. You can expect Robert Parrish to be far more aggressive in this game. He was 3 for 8 with only 7 boards yesterday. And the Celtics need better work from him. It's still Philadelphia ball.
Well, we've finished with the housekeeping over here just about.
No, he is a mop and will be in good shape. Erving inbounds. Teeks, top of the key. He's got to be aggressive as he has been when Philadelphia's won. Bobby Jones in the corner. Bobby Jones did not start in this series. Dawkins was the starting center. Jones coming off the bench. And after game 1 round, Bobby moved back to forward and Caldwell Jones moved to center. Bird driving inside. And the rebound, Caldwell Jones. Gives it to Mo Cheeks. Bird late getting up the court. 3-point Philadelphia lead now 5. Bobby Jones. And the Sixers are running the way they like, Bill.
And they're running up with a good defense.
Which is the way they like.
Yes.
Maxwell going to the hoop against Erving. Cedric Maxwell, who the Celtics rely on more and more offensively. He's always been a workhorse. Blocking passes inside. Rebounding. Field goal percentage has been good. Bird the rebound on Caldwell Jones's miss. And Gerald Henderson. Easy one. Parrish got free inside.
That's the way to run a break. Also,
let's not forget the things Philadelphia has to be concerned with, and that's the long pass on the rebound and even off of a Philadelphia basket. The Celtics do break off of a Philadelphia hoop. Erving inside on a stuff. Julius Erving, who yesterday had 7 rebounds and 3 blocked shots. Philadelphia maintaining the slim lead, and Darryl Dawkins will enter the game. Under 5 minutes to play in the first, and mostly it's been an inside game. Henderson getting up late. 3-on-2. Erving scoops it in. And the Doc is off to a hot start in this game. He's active. Isn't he always? Four and a half to go in the first. Boston needs the game. May not be must, but they sure need it. Maxwell blocked by Caldwell Jones. It's still Celtics ball. Darryl Dawkins will come into the ball game. Now for Philadelphia. In 15 minutes yesterday, Dawkins had 12 points and 2 rebounds on 5 for 9 shooting. There's Doc, who has really played 2 good games in limited time, but has contributed both times.
now you see Philadelphia slowed down a little bit. They're not as quick, so they don't run as much with Darryl Dawkins as they do with Bobby Jones, because Bobby Jones filled the lane as well as anyone in basketball.
Philadelphia 9 of 13 from the field so far. That's practically 70%.
So what they try to do is execute their half-court game.
Knocked away Philadelphia ball.
And they try to go inside more with Darryl Dawkins and use his muscle and strength. So what they're doing is basically they make a minor adjustment when they make this, but they don't break as much as they will sort of rest by going to the inside game. So Darryl Dawkins becomes very important what he gives to them, because it keeps the offense moving.
The rebounding story, as you saw, Philadelphia with the early lead. Bill Fitch getting his club together. The Boston Celtics won more games than anyone else this year. They were 63-19, bettered last year, finished 5 games ahead of the Sixers in the Atlantic Division, and struggled against Washington. Our congratulations to the Los Angeles Lakers and Pat Riley, as the Lakers have swept their second straight opponent to sweep themselves into the Western or into the World Finals against the survivor of this series. They defeated San Antonio 4-zip in their series after eliminating Phoenix in 4 straight. You're looking at the shooting percentages we talked about, and Pat Riley, you talk about a tremendous coaching job. He came in for Paul Westhead, and everyone thinks it's easy to coach a team with a lot of stars, but he handled it just right.
He did a great job, but also I want to tell you that Dan Auerbach did a great job with San Antonio this year, too.
Yes, he did.
You know, a guy who has a good year, he gets to the Western Finals, and he loses 4 straight, and people think, well, they had a bad year. They had a good year.
Andrew Toney hasn't missed yet, and a steal. Dawkins comes in with 2. So a basket and a turnover, and Philadelphia's crowd is ecstatic right now. 9-point lead. Three and a half to go go in the first. Celtics are not cohesive as of yet. They will be, but they're not right now. And the Sixers are trying to take advantage as quickly as they can. And as long as they can. Timeout.
Here's the last fast break. That works.
And Philadelphia can't do it any better as they move out to an 11-point lead. For the all-time shooting leaders in NBA playoff history are in this game. Cedric Maxwell, of course, leads the way. He has been a perennial outstanding field goal percentage shooter. Now, his average has gone down the last 2 years. Of course, nothing to be worried about. He's still shooting at .548, but he's done other things. Of course, in this game so far, he's 2 for 3 and has 4 points, while Larry Bird is 1 for 6 from the field in the early going for Boston. But yesterday, Bird, despite the fact that he struggled from the field, had 13 rebounds and 11 assists. So, as we've said, and you've said so many times, with the great players, they can contribute more than just scoring.
Yes, he played a well all-around game yesterday. But because his numbers of scoring wasn't as high, a lot of people think he didn't play well, but I thought he played great.
Chris Ford is in the ball game as Henderson. This is outside. Parrish keeps it going. Ford started the first 52 games of the year. He's normally a good outside shot, and he's got to get the rhythm going. Philadelphia going to the baseline. Dawkins. That's 2 stops for Darryl Dawkins. Chocolate Thunder, as he's been known when he shattered backboards. Cheeks, by the way, already has 5 assists, and we still have 2.5 minutes to go in the first period.
What Cheeks is doing, he must be aggressive for that team. And what he's doing is he's being aggressive. He's getting penetration, and then after he penetrates,
let's see if he has it. He's smart, goes in the lane. Erving lost it. Pass that Erving had it and lost. And here's Henderson back. 4-on-1. And now a turnover the other way. I think Andrew Toney got him from behind on a good turnover. Maxwell blocks it. Julius saves it. Is knocked out of bounds. And they may have to call a foul on Chris Ford. Ford pushed Erving, and that'll be a foul. End-to-end action, Russ.
That's the way it is in the playoffs. That's why they're so exciting. You see great players going end-to-end. They block that. Julius hustling. Comes up with the ball. Cheeks thinks he's been fouled. Maxwell thought he got it. He should have been called got a foul for the charge the last play.
And so it goes. Ford commits the foul. 3 fouls on Boston, 2 on Philadelphia. Less than 2 minutes to go in the first period. Block shot by Parrish as Kevin McHale, number 32, replaces Larry Bird. McHale had an extraordinary ball game yesterday with 16 points on 7 for 10 shooting and 10 rebounds. Philadelphia scored 8 straight points to move out to a 13-point lead. Dawkins has hit 2 baskets, make it 3, and he really is contributing in a big way early in this game.
And when he plays like this, Philadelphia is almost impossible to beat.
Parrish inside, and they're going to call a foul on Dawkins. First foul on Darryl.
But that's part of the game. He does get a lot of fouls, and he gets those body fouls, what they call those.
He had 5 fouls in 15 minutes yesterday.
And still made a major contribution.
Parrish setting a screen. Henderson controlling outside. This is a different club without Tiny Archibald, as Bill mentioned at the outset. Off the side of the board. Another break. 2-on-1. Toney. Cheeks blocked by Henderson. They call a foul.
Goaltending.
No, goaltending. You're right.
Sorry.
That's right. No, that's it. Right on the money.
I saw Mahalik clapping his hand there. So I knew
he wasn't cheering, though.
No, he wasn't cheering. I hope.
12 straight points run off by the Sixers, and that's their lead. They lead 2 games to 1 in the best of 7. If they can make it 3-1, it's a big game, and Chris Ford hits a 3-point play. Chris Ford, the only 3-point play yesterday was Julius Erving, I believe. Erving will settle for 2 inside here. He is 4 for 4. Andrew Toney, I don't think he's missed. Missed one, and Boston comes back. This is... We ought to talk about the pace. We still have 35 seconds to go in the first period. And this is a Greyhound kind of ball game. 14-point lead. Biggest lead, Philadelphia was 17.
And again, I guess you don't have time to get tired. You don't even... You get tired and you don't feel it until the coach says, well, you better take a break or take a blow.
Caldwell Jones keeps it alive on a good offensive rebound. 10 seconds for Boston as the Philadelphia 76ers score 12 straight points to open up the lead, and Parrish gets the hoop at the buzzer. Now, and at the end of the first period, Philadelphia leading by 12, 32-20.
We got a lot of basketball left.
That's true.